Right, it's 4 o'clock, right? It is. Let's get started. Please let me know that you guys can hear me first. Make sure the audio is coming in clear. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let me just fix a couple of charts here and we'll be ready to go. Okay. Thank you all. All right. So today we'll be talking about Cosmik ZTP. For those of you who don't know, my name is James Buchman. I partnered up with ninzarenko back in the summer. I've been trading for about 16 years now. This says 15, but it's really 16 now. 16 year actually this month actually, toward the end of this month. 16 years. A little over a year ago, I created my own community. We started in Telegram, moved on to Discord. So a little over a year ago, we started with 11 traders who actually followed me from YouTube. And now the server in Discord has almost 300. So, um, yeah, pretty amazing. So, started like anyone else, made my mistakes, fell on my face, but got up and decided that no matter what, I'm going to make this work. And I was fortunate enough to meet some very smart, brilliant, I would say, people in a trading industry who taught me some uh, great stuff. I combined it with my own observations about the market and kind of created my own approach to trading. So what we do in this Discord group is we provide levels, especially for the Nasdaq and the S&P. For example, today we were looking for the S&P to form up on 48.88 and move on to 49.02 with a couple of levels in between, 49.02. And if they could close hourly above 49.02, we expected to see 49.23. Indeed, they hit 49.23. Amazing. Nasdaq, we expected to form up on 310, 17,310, and move on to 345 and 380, 410. All of those have been achieved as well. So this is what we do. Now, I always say, even though I give these levels, a trader must have a way of entering a trade. There is just, one thing is to have a map. I believe what I provide is a map. But the fact is, a trader must have a way of some kind of an objective, systematic way of entering trades, managing trades, exiting trades. So when I partnered up with ninzarenko, I realized that NINZA has a lot of tools that traders can use to have an edge. Now, before I go on, let me just say, allow me to get kind of done with the demonstration. Um, and then I'm going to take questions. I'm going to try and answer every question. The thing is, if I stop and start answering questions, I'm going to lose my train of thought. And those of you who know me know that I can just be talking for hours. So don't get me going on a tangent. Let me finish what I want to say, and then I will take questions. So, what are some of the challenges that we as traders face? Uh, Probably, sorry guys, 1 minute. Sorry, got a phone call. Yeah, so why is it that this is probably the only industry that I'm aware of where 97% fail? Those are true statistics. 97% of all retail traders fail. Why is that? Many reasons. I'm not going to go into everything. But one of those big ones, of course, discipline, psychology, yes, all that is part of it, but it's having an edge. Without an edge, I don't see how someone can be successful in this business. So I'm going to jump the gun a little bit. We will go back to charts. I promise you we're going to be seeing amazing charts. But for now, let's just take a look at a chart. Here is a chart, right? This is an empty chart. It's just price, just price. That's it. Now, looking at it, you can say after the fact, well, we are trending down, right? But as this is happening in real time, how do you know what to do? Well, here it looks like it might be trending up. So when traders trade without an edge, it's just free for all, it's gambling. You are pretty much guaranteed to blow accounts. I mean, I don't see how you can be successful trading blind. And that's what this is, trading blind. Now, how about now? Right? All of a sudden, things are clear. Downtrend, pullback, signal. We will go over all this later. Right now, I'm just trying to make a point of an edge. This is an edge. This is what's called an edge. Why? Because you're putting the odds in your favor. That's all successful trading is. It's not any more complicated than that. Don't let people out there tell you that you need to buy a $20,000 course so they can teach you how to be successful. Nonsense. You need an edge. You need an edge. What does it mean to have an edge? Does this mean that every single signal you see is a profitable signal? No, there is no such thing. There is no such thing as 100% success rate, despite of what some of those people out there tell you. No. And you don't need 100% success rate. You need enough to have an edge. We will get back to this later. Whoops, wrong one. We will get back to charts a bit later. So now, today we're going to be talking about, obviously, the product. We're going to be talking about different parts of this system that gives you this edge. We're going to be looking at charts. That's my favorite thing. By the way, when we look at charts today, you should know a few things. Number one, the signals do not repaint. Do not repaint. What does it mean for those of you who might be new? What does it mean when a signal does not repaint? Well, some indicators that some companies sell you, they have signals that in real time are in one location, but when you refresh the chart, when you reload the chart, all of a sudden they're in a completely different location. They're in a quote, better location. So maybe the buy is a little lower and the short is a little higher. This is called repainting. This system does not repaint. And the reason I'm telling you this is because you're going to be seeing some amazing signals and you're going to be asking yourself, is this real or does it repaint? I'm telling you right now, in case I forget to tell you later, it does not repaint. Number two, I do not cherry pick. Meaning what? I'm not going to show you some chart from 3 weeks ago that looked good. Everything I'm showing you is from today. Not only that, but I traded it today with a PA account. Well, PA account with some firms, other firms have different names for funded accounts. But since most of you are familiar with the two more popular prop firms that use PA performance accounts as the name for those funded accounts, for this sake, for today, I traded specifically an account that said PA, so there was no confusion. I do not do these webinars and show you back testing. Back testing, I mean, if you've been around, you understand. There is no way to replicate real-time situation, real-time price action with some kind of a back test where everything is perfect. It's a dream, it's a fantasy, forget it. Anyone who shows you back testing is to prove that something is great, is not going to say anything, but let's just say it's not very accurate. I do not show market replay. I do not show sim accounts. I do not show evaluation accounts. I'm going to correct myself today. I will show one sim account, but for a reason. And I'm going to tell you it's sim account. I'm going to show you it's a sim account. There was a reason why I put it in sim. I'll explain that later. But everything I'm going to show you, other than that exception, is PA account that I traded Cosmik Z today. So no cherry picking, no finding ideal situations. You're going to see, I think I have 5 markets here. You're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're going to see great signals. You're going to see signals that maybe weren't so great, and everything in between. By the way, I don't use such words as false signals. I don't even understand what that means. There's no such thing as a false signal. A signal is a signal. You might want to say, well, it's not a profitable signal. That's a different story. Maybe this is a signal. If I was to take it, I would have a losing trade. That's fine. But the signal is not a false signal. It's it's right. So I hope that's clear. Again, I am not a software developer. I am not some guru. I am a guy who trades. I trade. I have a whole bunch of funded accounts from different firms, and I trade. That's what I do. So I cannot answer any questions regarding coding, or we will be talking about settings because that has to do with trading. Um, in any case, let's move on. So we discussed that it's important to have an edge. That edge cannot be confusing. It cannot be something that could be interpreted 14 different ways, because then it's not an edge anymore. It has to be something clear. When you're looking to enter a trade, it must be something clear. It cannot be questionable. And it definitely cannot be something that erases itself if it's, let's say, quote, no good. So Cosmik ZTP gives you clear signals. It is basically a trend following system with pullbacks. And you'll be able to determine what kind of pullbacks are you looking for. So here we are, Cosmik ZTP. All right. So okay, so it is really a trend. I believe this system is mainly a trend following system. You could use it depending what kind of time frame you are using. We'll be talking about that as well. You could use it. I use it for scalping. You can use it for swing trading, definitely for day trading. You would just need different time frames, right? So if you're using a very small time frame, now I'm going to say, this is now my opinion, of course. You're using a small time frame because you are looking to grab quick money and get out. So if we're talking Nasdaq, maybe we're talking 5, 6, or 7 points. If we're talking S&P, maybe 2 or 3 points. If you're using a very small time frame, you cannot get in and expect to see a 40-point move in a Nasdaq. Not that it can't happen, but it's unrealistic to think that on a small time frame you can get in and pinpoint this kind of a move. On the other hand, if you're trading a 10, a 15-minute chart, sure, then you can expect to go for higher targets. Obviously, your stop would have to be bigger, right? Larger time frame, you cannot get in with a 5-point Nasdaq stop. You're going to get taken out, and then price will go your way anyway. So you need to understand what is it that you want, and then be realistic about what kind of goals are you hoping to achieve with that particular approach. So again, as I said, this is basically a trend following system, but not only that, it sets up for you in real time support and resistance area along with targets. So when you go for long, what it does is in real time, it begins to paint these lines. Now, to be just completely honest here and transparent, they are there and they're very helpful. I do not use them because I have a fixed target I am going for. Um, it's just my style of trading when it comes to scalping. I'm looking to quickly grab profits, 5, 6, 7 NASDAQ points. Oil, 10, 12, 15 ticks. That's what I go. So, I mean, these higher targets might be reached, but like, I kind of grab what's mine and I set aside. And I just wait for the next opportunity. This is trading style. That's different for every one of us. Those of you who want to go for the larger targets, you guys can definitely try, and this system will give it to you. So again, it's a trend with pullbacks. Now, I know I'm going to get this question, time frames. So and again, because I'm going for a fixed number of points, which means I need to know exactly what kind of stop I'm dealing with, I prefer King Renko bars for that. That is my preference. That does not mean you cannot use other time frames. You could. Um, when you use something, let's say like a time chart, however, obviously it is difficult to know ahead of time what kind of stop you're going to have. That's kind of the only drawback of using like a time chart or like a tick chart. But the point is, you could. I'm going to be showing you King Renko bars because again, what I'm going for, because I'm trading a whole bunch of accounts, and because I'm doing other things, like I'm with my Discord group, I'm in the Zoom room. Um, so I don't have the luxury of kind of sitting back and following trades. I'm looking to get in quickly and get out. Get in, get out, done. Uh, just my approach. It doesn't have to be your approach. Okay, so all the benefits we spoke about. Clear signals, it gives you an edge. It's a complete system, so you don't need to have a whole bunch of indicators, um, and so on. So I'd really want to get to the charts before time runs out. So, well, you can read all this on your own, but basically, I'm going to show this on the charts. The system gives you a lot of ways to customize the chart as far as the settings on the indicator. Why is that important? Why is that important? Because the fact is, every market has its own volatility. Something that would look great on a NASDAQ might not look so great in gold, for example. These are two very different markets. They move very differently. So a setting that would be great for the NASDAQ, let's say, might not be so great for gold. And if you cannot customize, if you cannot really dial in the settings to reflect the market conditions of a particular instrument you are trading, the signals you're going to get will not be as accurate, meaning they might not be as profitable. Now, with Cosmik ZTP, it allows you to customize what do you define as a trend, what kind of a stop, what kind of a pullback do you want, and that will create a system for every market that really is dialed in. Now, by the way, and I'm going to say this, even in the same market, for example, the Nasdaq between 9:30, let's say, and 11 a.m. Eastern, the first, say, hour and a half of US session when it opens, sometimes it's a very different market than the Nasdaq between maybe 11:30 and 1 o'clock, right? That lunchtime between, say, 11 to 1, maybe 11:30 to 1:30, moves very differently than the Nasdaq that moves between 9:30 and let's say 10:30, that first hour when things are really moving. So sometimes within the same market, I can have different charts. Now, I hate trading after 11 o'clock, but if for whatever reason I have to, whatever reason, I'm making a video or whatnot, and I have to trade after 11 o'clock, I would actually pick a different chart that I created because I know the NASDAQ after 11 is not the same NASDAQ that's between 9:30 and 11. That's something as a trader you need to be aware of. I'm going to say it now and I'm going to repeat it again later. Because of the demand for Cosmik ZTP, since I started making videos and the last webinar I did on Cosmik, it very quickly became a top seller, not only a bestseller, it became a top seller. And as a result, I've been getting huge amounts of emails asking me different questions about brick sizes, about times to trade, settings, different instruments. Um, and of course, I always answer emails, or at least I try. But it it occurred to me that because so many people have the same types of questions, I can perhaps just answer the questions in public. So what I decided to do is I created a YouTube channel. So far, it only has one video, but I will build it. Um, a YouTube channel specifically for Cosmik ZTP, where I will go over as often as I can. I'll try every day the day's action in different markets, time frames, settings for different markets. Those settings and even the brick sizes on the King Renko bars every now and then need to be changed because market conditions change. So this YouTube channel, it's called Cosmik Trading Edge, which I will post later. It's going to deal specifically with this product. Again, because I am promoting it for NINZA, obviously I feel like I have a certain degree of responsibility. So I'm not just going to leave people hanging. And because I get so many questions, I figured if I can just create a YouTube channel and then I can answer everything. And of course, most people have the same types of questions. So hopefully, if I can answer some questions, I can answer all questions for because obviously the questions repeat. So yeah, that's actually I think it's going to be very beneficial. So a YouTube channel specifically designed for this product, and then you can ask me in the comments, and I will see them obviously, and then I can answer it in the next video. So that's what I plan to do. I think it's gonna, I think it's gonna be great. I really want to get to the charts. So, no deal yet. No deal yet. Deal a bit later. Okay, so so ninzaco uh, went and gave me these charts. So that's what I mean by, isn't it nice to look back and cherry pick and say, look how great it is, a gazillion ticks. But I'm not going to do this. To me, no, forget it. I want to look at some real charts. Shall we look at some real charts? So let's start. Let's start. So let's do the Russell. This is from today. This is the 9:30 open. I should talk about a few things about how I trade this system. Again, understand this is how I trade this system. I am not smarter than anyone else in this room right now. This is just my approach to trading this system. I love taking the first trade in the first signal in a given direction. The first signal in a given direction. If I miss the first signal, unless there is a decent retracement, I'm not taking the second. This is my approach. Is this what is recommended by ninzaco? I don't think so. This is my approach. Okay. I am taking the first signal. Another thing, I don't like to trade, as I said already, after 11 o'clock. I'll show you signals like after 11. I don't like trading it. Um, so that's me. Again, I use this for scalps. I grab my money quickly and I get out. I am not looking for huge moves on a small time frame. It doesn't work. Long term, you try this. You know what? I shouldn't say that. Maybe if you try it, you're going to be great at it. That is awesome. I cannot make it work on a small time frame to go for huge profits. So I think I covered kind of the basics. So again, this is, as you can see, this is a PA account. Okay, this is an account that actually means something to me, right? So all my funded accounts are way above the trailing threshold, which means if I lose money, I actually lose money. Even though it's not my money, I actually lose money because that means this is money I cannot pull out, right? I cannot take a payout if I lose money for this amount. So when I make these webinars or my videos, I always use funded accounts. The logic is simple. If I cannot make money using this system, I have no business promoting it to you, period. Uh, you know, I don't want to get off subject, but when I was learning how to make these webinars, I looked at some other webinars that some other companies and people do, and I was amazed. I was just disgusted, actually, what passes for, let me show you how this works. Just ridiculous. So I said to myself, I'm not going to do this. If I cannot make money in an account that matters, not even an evaluation, let's face it, evaluation account nowadays, you can pick them up for $10. Okay. That's to me, no. I need to be able to risk real money if I'm going to come here and show you this. Anyway, I get off topic. Okay. The Russell. The Russell is on a 5-4. Let me show you you can take a screenshot. So again, in a YouTube channel that I created, I'm going to be going through this. I'll try on daily basis. Okay. Not that I change things on daily basis, but it will kind of, maybe answer some questions, talk about trading, and stuff like that. So this is the settings for the Russell. Here is a question that I'm asked all the time. How do I know what the settings are? I don't know. I I am not smarter again than anyone here. I don't know. What do? I sit down. I download maybe 2, 3, 4 days of recent days, not from a month ago, it's pointless, recent days, and I start playing with brick sizes and settings. Does it take a while? It sure does. Yeah. Yeah. But when I prepare for the following day, and to me, trading is a business. So I prepare, I have a trading plan. And if this system is part of my trading plan, then yeah, I prepare for it. Absolutely. So anyway, the day starts, right? Now already there was short trade. So even the day starts at 9:30, there is a short. I don't want it. It's not the first trade. I don't want it. I don't take it. This is the first long trade. Here is a trade. For me, quick scalp and I'm out. You could have waited for this. And that's what I was talking about. These things here paint in real time. They paint in real time. They tell you this is what you can target. Does this mean it's not going to go above it? No, it's not what that means. But it says it's reasonable because of past trading action, past price action, I should say. This is what you can comfortably target. And I actually got out before this, but I could have held for this. Now, here is a second signal. A second signal here is also fine. I could have taken it. I didn't. Again, I have my trading plan. Everything is written down. I take the first signal, and I don't care if there are 45 more long signals that each one could have worked out fine. I have my rules, and I'm sticking to my rules. That's it. But this trade was fine, nicely. And you see why, right? As we get to more and more signals in the same direction, it's just that it's getting overdone. And if you've been trading for a while, you understand what I'm talking about. Um, it's just over. Eventually, a particular move in a short time frame, a particular move is just exhausted. And if you're going to keep taking trades in the same direction, the probability, right? And trading is all about probability. The probability of success is just going down. So the first one was a killer. Second one was also good. But then we're getting to third and fourth. Not so much. Now, um, one more thing that I should have added earlier. Don't keep going to the well. What do I mean? You had a good trade. And here's what some people think. Well, I'm a trader, so I have to keep on trading. No, no, you don't have to keep on trading. You have a beautiful trade here. Maybe you should be done, or at least with this market, you should be done. Um, I don't believe in you to keep on trading. But again, I'm going to show you other signals here. I'm going to show you other signals, but just something for you to keep in mind. Being a trader does not mean you just keep on trading every signal you see. You need to, part of your trading plan should have your daily goal. And that's another thing you need to be realistic about. I know because I talk to traders and yeah, I want to make 3,000 a day. Well, that's great. Uh, what kind of resources do you have to make this kind of money? Anyway, so now we go. Here's the first short. The first short, nice for again a quick scalp. If you did not take your profit here. You took some heat, but the stop is here. So the stop was never hit. Now, here is again, let me kind of squeeze this in. When you're taking this, you see this. So in real time, you see this kind of a target. What does it tell you? You can try and hold on if you want to this target. Me, again, I just take a fixed take amount, but it's there, it's available to you, it's part of the system, and of course it gets hit. The next two get hit over here. Great trade. Again, in this case, the first trade is great. The second signals, this to me are the same signal, even though they're two separate ones. It's really the same signal. Um, Beautiful, just big moves. So like all of them work out fine. All of these work out fine. Yes, I would only take the first one. I would, but obviously it's a monster trade. It is a monster trade to the downside, and you really should be done. But maybe you're not, because you're going to keep on going, right? So let's go. What else is there? Here is a long. Uh, as I told you, these signals do not repaint. Don't think, oh, well, if you refresh the chart, you're going to get them in different places. These do not repaint. When you're taking this, you see this and you see this as possible targets. You can try and hold for those, or you have a fixed tick amount that you are taking, or you are done for the day. Again, after the first one, second one is still working nice, but not the third, right? So again, first one is great. Sometimes the second one is great, but the more signals you have in the same direction, the lower the probability that you're going to keep on hitting winners. We switch short. Okay. So it's making me look bad, but it's because I wouldn't be trading this. But here is the target again. Here is your target. If you want to trade to the target, here is one, here is two, here is three, and all three are hit. So I don't even know. So again, now you're hitting no lunchtime and ugly time. I don't like it. No signal, no long signal here. Okay. Okay. So short signals, and here is what you would target, and yes, it gets here, and okay. So so that's the Russell. So that's the Russell. Let's go to something else. How about crude? How about crude? Let's go to crude. This is the sim account. Okay, let me talk about this now. This is a sim account. How do you know this is a sim account? It's a different color and it says sim. Okay, if I can, sim, right? It says sim. It does not say PALL, whatever. It says sim. Why do I show you this account? I have a particular reason. If you notice, this account made more than twice what I made in my PA account. And why is that? Because one thing you should know about this system, these signals could be automated. Now, let me make something very clear before there is any confusion. I'll say again, the signals could be automated by a third party software. Cosmik ZTP by itself does not come with automation, does not come with automation. I want to make it very clear so there are no confusions about that. I don't want to hear I bought this and I cannot automate it. These signals could be automated by a third-party software. Most of you are probably familiar with the kind of software I'm talking about. I cannot mention it here because I don't know if NINZaRenko has a business relationship with that company, so I don't want to be promoting it. But again, in that YouTube channel that I created, I will mention that company by name. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about anyway. The beauty with automation is that, as you know, I always say that I miss most of the signals. I'm trading a bunch of accounts. I'm with my Discord group. I'm busy answering questions, and so I miss trades. But if you have software that can simply pick up those trades and fire signals, well, then you're not missing. Uh, so this was created in a combination of e-minis and micros. E-minis and micros. Um, and this was the result from today, uh, with introducing automation software to this system. So that's why I used this sim account, because in my own PA accounts, not that I don't use automation, I do, but I really pay attention, because sometimes with prop firms, you might know this, there are sometimes issues when you use automation sometimes, and it's a rhythmic thing, I think. Um, but I'm always very careful and I'm always observing. So I took manual trades for my PA account today, and this was done in sim using automation of these signals. Now, hold on, where is, I put, sorry, okay, here we go. So 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, uh, Eastern is when the crude oil opens. Now, this is a long. I did not take it because now the automation took it. I did not take it because it was not the first signal in a sequence, right? But what does make this different is that even though it's not the first, it's on the same level. That's hard to explain, right? You see how there's really no movement to the upside, really? This signal is pretty much in the same location as this signal, right? Now, I did not take it, and I would not take it. I would wait, but this was the target here. Boom, quickly hits the target. So if someone took this kind of a long, they would have hit profit right there. This is the first signal I did take in my own, in the PA account. This was one of the signals I took. Beauty short trend, right? Trend is short, coming up. hits the area, bar coming down. I'm going to be asked this question: when does the signal paint? When the bar closes. When this bar closes, when the reverse bar closes, this is when the signal appears. So you'd get short right over here upon the opening of the next bar. Now, crude oil is a 6-3, a 6-3 King Renko bar. Here are the settings. You can take a screenshot if you are trading crude oil. And again, when you don't know what's going to happen, right? When you take this short, you don't know what's going to happen, but these lines are there. What the system tells you is that this could be the first target, this could be the second target, this could be the third target. So this short, again, I would not have, I would just grab whatever, $80, $100 and be done. But this is, sorry guys, and be quiet out my dogs here. Sorry about that. The dogs are vocal. Yeah, so I would just take whatever many ticks and be done. I don't remember even how many ticks I took here, but I did take this trade. Um, yeah, and again, I took the trade. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done. If you are not done, I don't even know what happened next. So this here is not much of a trade. Is it even enough for a scalp? I don't know. I guess depends on what you're looking for. If you didn't take fairly, I mean, remember, each one of these is $30. This is a 6-3. It's $10 per tick, right? So you definitely have $100 here for sure. So, I mean, this should not be a losing trade after hitting $100 or more. But if you were looking for more, then yeah, then this would be a losing trade. And oil does not do well. As I said, I'm not cherry picking. These are the charts from today. If you're not satisfied with this first short, if you keep on trying, after taking a winner, well, then things get questionable very quickly. And then we go into 11 o'clock, and then it's just no good. Still, there is a short that, was good here. I don't even know. See, I wouldn't trade here anymore, but this long was fine, right? This was fine. And getting toward the end of the day, tremendous, tremendous short. So what can we say about crude oil for today? We had how many, what would you say, losing trades? This is definitely a losing trade, for sure. So in crude, we can say, for sure, at least one losing trade. This is question. I don't think this should have been a losing trade. If you were looking for, let's say, a substantial amount, it would be. And then we can say there were two losing trades in crude. For me, I took only one trade. It was this original short. I took my trade. I made my profit. I was happy. I was done. I've been around long enough to know that if you keep on going to the well, eventually you'll fall in. That's that's the expression. That's the saying I was taught by a very wise man. So that's crude oil. Let's take a look at something else. Let's take a look at what did we look at? We looked at the RTY. We looked. How about gold? Before we go to, of course, everyone wants to see the Nasdaq. We will see the Nasdaq. How about gold? So gold after the 8:30 news, right? You don't want to necessarily trade it during news, but here is gold somewhat after the 8:30 news, long. I don't remember, to be honest, if I took a trade in gold. I might have, but killer, right? Here is your long. Here is your long. hits every possible target. This is the second trade, and here is the third. So do you see this again, right? Here is the first, by far the best, by far. Second one, good, no question. Good signal. Definitely a profitable signal. Here is the third. Okay, so going to my point why in my trading plan, I always pick only the first trade. If I miss it, then I just forget it. I wait for the next cycle. I don't keep taking trades in the same direction. Again, nothing that is officially from NINZACO, just the way I trade it. I guess if um, if you weren't happy with that move, there was a short, and that just moves amazing. So again, hits those targets here that you would see being painted as you are taking the short. And what happened after that, I don't even know. So this is the end of the day, right? Um, but that's gold for you. Tremendous run up and a very decent run down. So let's see. Gold is a 6-4 brick size, and these are the settings. These are the settings. Okay. And the NASDAQ, of course. Can't forget about the NASDAQ. Where's my NASDAQ? Where'd my NASDAQ go? Hold on. Why don't I see my NASDAQ? Ah, here's my NASDAQ. Sorry about that. Okay, my NASDAQ. Crazy NASDAQ. Okay, 9:30. 9:30. We're opening up. Now, this is already not the first short trade, right? First trade, short trades started from here. I did not take these because my rules say I'm not going to take a follow-up trades in the same direction. If I did take it, would this be a winning trade? For heck, sure. Yes. Again, looking between maybe 80 and 120, $150, this is definitely a winning trade. Now, the NASDAQ is a 16.4. 16.4. This is the one I took. This was not going to go into details, but we were actually in Zoom. We were actually looking for, well, I was looking for a long trade, and I shared with my group why I was looking for a long trade. This is the long trade. Beautiful, beautiful long trade. This is the first one in the sequence. Second one is okay, maybe for a scalp. Still probably okay for like $80 to $100. But you see again how the first one is much better, right? Nasdaq is a better example because Nasdaq is such an insane market. Uh, it just uh, it's just a crazy market, but a lot of fun, a lot of fun. So then nothing. You see, no short. So just the way this indicator handles chop. By the way, now Nasdaq could be the king of chop, and it just handles chop here beautifully. Waits for a look at that short. Boom. I mean, monster, absolute monster. It and again, right? Kind of as far as I'm concerned, again, these two are the same trade. These two are the same trade. And the second one would have been fine also. Would have been definitely fine for a scalp. But that first one, that's the deal. That's the real thing here. Uh, and then long, and then long. Now I no longer traded after those two, but again, in our group, we were looking for long trades. That's what we were expecting. So, first, it filters out the noise. This is where most systems, indicators, you name it, they would fail here. I don't even know exactly how it didn't, but there was no long signal here, or short signal here. Nothing. Again, this does not repaint. It's not like, well, there really was a signal here and it disappeared. No, there was no signal here. Um, Now, the NASDAQ, you better have some kind of automation going. I'm telling you, this thing can move. Catching it manually is challenging, but yeah, just oof, to the moon, Alice. But again, comparing again, I consider this to be the same signal, like because it's really kind of like the same. If anything, the second one is a slightly better location than the first one. But the third one, again, this is enough for, it doesn't look like much, but this is enough for 80 to $100 for sure, but just not quite as good, right? And I don't know what else. Here is why, okay? This is a losing trade. This here, this is a losing trade. Again, I'm not cherry picking. I'm not just showing you, charts that happen to be great. I'm showing you everything. This is a losing trade. And if you're still trading after having a move like this, well, then I don't know, right? You go to the well too many times, you fall in. Anyway, this is a losing trade. This is not a winning. I don't think this is a, well, I don't know, but it would be very close. I don't know how to judge that. I don't know how to judge that. Um, I don't know. Another just a monster short. I guess even if we took some losses, this more than makes up for it. But again, I'm kind of saying, you know, be happy. You know, if you can catch any of the first three, I mean, even if you don't take this one, because I didn't, you have one amazing one. You have two amazing ones. You have three amazing. I mean, how many times do you think you can dip your toe and then the alligator just bites your foot off? I don't know where I came up with this one, but I don't. So after that, again, longs, amazing long trades. And I'm not saying you should have participated in it, but it's just how this system finds these trades. Are you going to have uh, signals that are losing signals? Yes, of course you will. Of course you will. There is no 100%. But this is extremely effective. This is to, just you can look through every trade. Um, no trades here. Long trades here. This short is no good. This long is amazing. But again, I'm showing you this even though I would not be trading here anymore. I was done. Another long trades and what coming. This is enough for a scalp. Again, the second one, not taking. Long trade, first in sequence, amazing, amazing. And so at the end of the day here, yep. So this is, did I have something else? Did I show the YM? The YM. Let's look at the Y. I don't think the YM had much. I don't think the YM had much. Let's see. I think it has like, so yeah, 9:30 is here. So no signals, no signals, no signal. Here is one. So finally, after a while, you had to wait, but here is your signal. Again, definitely enough for a scalp. The YM I have trading on an 18.4 brick size. And these are the settings here. So for today, these particular settings and the brick size maybe weren't the best because I think there was only one signal. Like, and I would because then I wouldn't be trading at this time anymore. So I really had only one signal. on a YM, but one good one, right? So this is 100% win rate. It's just one signal, but a really, really good one. So, wow. So I think that's it as far as the charts. Okay, let's talk about the deal now. Everyone wants the deal. Let's talk about the deal. All right. So normally Cosmik ZTP goes for $2,000. Here is the deal that NINZaco offers for you, the attendees for today. The first 15 copies for $696. The following 20 for $796. So way less than 50, than even half price. I mean, this is this is an amazing deal. On top of this, so blah 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 blah. Of course, you can share coupons. You can contact NINZA support. You can take a picture of the scan me. Um, was there anything else? I don't know if I'm missing something. Let me just make sure. Okay, so these are the brick sizes that NINZaco recommend. NINZarenko and ninzarenko. Again, I, um, I don't think it's like one of those one size fits all thing. It all depends. This could be good brick sizes under certain conditions, and market conditions change. So just let's see. Let's see. This is the deal. This is the same thing, right? Yeah. Oh, there was also a $200 gift. Oh, see that? So it's a good thing I looked here. So this is the code. Thank you. And you get a $200 gift. That by itself is amazing. Yeah. So let's see if there's any. I think I'm almost ready. I think I'm just about ready to start the question and answer session. Just make sure I'm not forgetting any charts. I showed you guys 5 charts. I showed you which one was the SIM account, which one was the PA. So I've done all that. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'm going to take a sip of water, and then we'll get to the questions. Okay, settings for crude oil. Settings for crude oil. Crude oil settings. Okay. So just to make the point again, this is a SIM account that traded in using automation. This is not my PA account. I wanted to make the point that I miss a lot of trades. And that's why when using automation, the automation result was more than 2 times better than my manual result. Okay, so that's crude oil and NASDAQ. I was asking, but I didn't show NASDAQ. I guess I didn't. I'm sorry if I didn't. Let me bring NASDAQ back. NASDAQ back. And here are the settings for the NASDAQ. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. So does this work on micros? Absolutely, yes. As a matter of fact, as I said, the total that you saw in a SIM account, so the total that you saw in a SIM account, where is that SIM account? Is it this one? I don't know which one. Yeah, the total that you saw in a SIM account, it traded both micros and e-minis. So no, this is because it's after 5, so they just yeah. So everything went back to 0. But anyway, yes, it works on micros, and when I traded automation, it traded both micros and e-minis. So now everything went to 0. Okay. All right. People wanted this again, so this is the the deal. Let's look at other things. What other questions do we have? Oh yeah, to join my group. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so if you go to my website, algodaytrader.net, you're gonna see a button there. It says "Join me." You join through Discord. I figured it was the easiest ways to simply you join my Discord group, and then you have access to the daily levels. You have access to our Zoom room where in real time I share levels for the Nasdaq and the S&P in real time. The YouTube channel is called Cosmik Trading Edge. Let me see. If I can figure out how to post in the chat, maybe I can find it. Hold on. Jerry, thank you so much for posting my YouTube channel. Jerry is a member of my Discord group. He has been with me since the beginning, over a year ago now. Great trader, great guy. He uses, by the way, Cosmic ZTP, shows screenshots all the time in Discord. Yeah, hold on. Does EOB work with this? Yes, it does. EOB works with any thing, even if not any system, it works on bars, right? So it's like a chart trader, only much better. You can tell it basically to buy upon bar closest to the upside or to the downside, depending on your trading style. So yes, EOB would work with this. The thing is, you would just need to know, I guess, when a signal would occur. So if I can, again, kind of bring the YM into this real quick. So after a while, when you've been working with the system, when price comes down so deep into the blue area, you would know, for example, that if a bar closes up, you're going to get a signal. So in this case, if you have EOB ordering, you would click it as this is forming to buy on bar close to the upside, and it would get you in right over here. So that's definitely one way of doing it. I think you would need something like that in fast moving markets. So yes, you can definitely use EOB ordering with this. So I get this question a lot. How does this compare with RK System Platinum? Um, the way the signals are generated is quite different. Now, both are trend following systems. Both are both are looking for a pullback. Our case system obviously is more expensive, right? It has a certain sophistication. Um, but this is, I think it could be customized better, is the only way I can describe it. There is more, let me, the pullback has to do with three things, basically. It has to do with the RSI, the MFI, and the stochastics. It basically, what it does is, it looks for overbought or oversold situations in a given trend. So in the case of a YM, right, we have a trend that went bullish. The system wants a pullback. This pullback is, you determine the validity of the pullback based on the settings of RSI, MFI, and stochastics. So if you want just a little bit of a pullback to qualify for a long trade, let's say, your settings in your RSI and MFI and stochastics would be different. If you want a deeper pullback, you would have different settings. And again, the question is, how do you know? It's not something you know, it's something you experiment with. Now, markets don't really change that much from day to day. Chances are something that works today will still be at least okay for tomorrow. It should still be fine for tomorrow. So that's how I do it. I don't have any kind of a special insight. I don't have any kind of a knowledge that other people don't have. I just take my time, and I try to find the right brick size and the right settings to work with this particular market. So yes, this is only for NinjaTrader. You don't have to buy it. You can get it for free, I believe. I think it's still the case. I think they will give you the platform for free. It's just that I think if you get it for free, can you trade live accounts? I'm not sure. This part I don't know. But in any case, if you have a prop account, if you, for example, buy an evaluation account from a prop firm, they will give you a license key and live data for NinjaTrader. So you don't need to buy anything, I guess, unless you're planning to trade your own money. But if you buy a prop firm evaluation account, and once you pass it, once you have a funded account, that's all part of the now a very small fee that you pay to most prop firms. They just want like a one-time, fairly small fee. So no, you don't need to purchase Auto Trader. You you don't need to purchase NinjaTrader if you don't want to. The prop firm is going to give you everything. Okay, so question about stop. Um, the official word for this system, the stop for a long is right below this blue line. Like when this happens, now you're out of any long positions. Let's say you were not happy with this move. I mean, this is a nice move. Let's say you wanted more, you wanted a lot more, and you stayed in this trade. Um, then this, you would get out here. I mean, that's how officially, that's how the system, how NINZA says to use the system. That's not to say that you can't have your own rules. You might say to yourself, I am out when price breaks below the signal bar. You could say that. So it's completely up to you what kind of stop you want. Officially, on a long, you would place your stop slightly below this blue line here. So I'm not sure what you mean by EOB does not work. I use EOB all the time in real time, and it always works. If I want to buy on bar close, or if I want to sell on bar close to the downside, all I have to do is click it. I made videos showing how EOB ordering works. So I'm not sure what you mean by it doesn't work. Strategy analyzer. I can't answer that. I guess I don't know. Maybe write to NINZA support. I use EOB ordering all the time, and I have no issues with it. So someone is having an issue with the code. Let's see. Where is the deal? No. Somewhere. Nope. Here. Okay. Um, 59. No, it's 696. It's right. 696, not 596. 696 the first 15. 796 the following 20. Once when I did a webinar, their website crashed. So if you have any issues at all um, uh, purchasing, you use the code. If you write to NINZA, they are very nice. They're going to give you no problems. Just say that you attended the webinar for whatever reason. You could not make a purchase at the price that was promised, and they will take care of you. They're very good with that. Okay, question about a ninzarenko bars as opposed to king renko bars. Um, I found that king renko bars are more accurate, but let's try. You know what? Let's just for kicks and giggles, as they say. Let's try to put it on the ninza renko bar. I don't even. Again, I have nothing configured for that, so I'll just try something. And I don't know. How about 10? 10-4? Let's just see. I have no idea. Where did my price go? Okay, here we go. Um, so here's a long. Um, Here was a short. Again, like first trade on first signal only, right? Um, so that's a ship. Now here is actually I don't want to get off topic here, but here is a long after a move like this. Now again, these settings are not configured for the ninzarenko bar. I would need to configure it to really take, because this is a shame. There was a pullback and no signal, and it's only because these settings that are here are made for the King Renko bar. Um, when I would work on, if I wanted to use a ninzarenko, I would make sure that this kind of a pullback would have a signal. This is the signal that I should have taken. When things get overdone, and this is overdone. It is too, you see this? Too much of a move to expect it to keep going without a pullback. So if, let's say, even in real time, there was no signal here, I would not have taken this. I would have waited uh, for either, let's say I did not want to take a short, but I would definitely wait for some kind of a pullback. This is overdone. And again, these configurations are not made for the King Renko, but there was some decent signals. First one is the best. But again, if you're going to change the bar type, you're going to have to change the settings for it to really work effectively. Let's see if there are any other questions. So question regarding stop losses and trailing stops and stuff, and the number of contracts. For demonstrations here for this webinar, it was all just one E-mini, or in the case of the SIM account, if you remember, it was both E-mini and micros, just one. I only use one. I don't do anything fancy. I have no trailing stops. I simply go for the quick target. Again, for the most part, depending on the market, it's anywhere from 60 to like $150. Maybe in the Nasdaq it's like 150, something like crude between 60 and 80. I just go for quick targets, and I can have a number of these a day. Um, and So the automation one, I think, was only going because it was a fixed ATM. I think it was only going for $80 per trade, and of course there were micros there as well. But yeah, no, I don't really do anything fancy when it comes to scalping. I just go for quick targets. Okay, so I don't see any more new questions. Again, Jerry, thank you so much for helping out here, answering a whole bunch of questions for me. Maybe next time you can just do the webinar and I can drink some coffee. No? Okay. All right. Thank you all for attending. Again, any issues, contact NINZA support. They will take care of you. Anything to do with trading, you can email me. Where am I here again? Somewhere at the top, I think here. You can email me. So Jerry did post the YouTube channel. Right now, there is just one video there, but on daily basis, I think beginning tomorrow, on daily basis, I'll be making videos with different markets, showing signals, showing brick sizes, showing settings, answering any questions. So any question that you have regarding this system, you can ask in the comments. I will see them and answer them. If it's something I believe other people could benefit from, I would actually make a separate video answering a particular question, because a lot of questions are very repetitive, of course. So yeah, so I think it's going to benefit the community here if there is a YouTube channel that just focuses on this one system. So again, thank you all, And I'm sure there is going to be other webinars coming up. I'll see you next time.